What is our second main topic today?
Well, John, I'm actually quite excited about this topic because I was able to speak with the director in question on a stream a couple months back. Adrian Marcos says, "Greetings and salutations, John. I read about a new movie that I can't believe hasn't happened already. It's going to be called Sniff, and it's a murder mystery that takes place in a retirement home, and it stars Morgan Freeman, Al Pacino, Helen Mirren, and Danny DeVito. How perfect is this? I can't wait to watch it. What do you think?" First of all, the director in question is Taylor Hackford, who is actually married to Helen Mirren. And Taylor Hackford has directed things like Officer and a Gentleman and The Devil's Advocate. And I think he directed La Bamba, didn't he? And one of my favorites, Blood In, Blood Out. He's a director that I've loved, a White Knights, a director that I've loved for a very long time. And I don't think he gets enough love, man. And so I'm really excited for this. This comes from Variety. Helmed by Taylor Hackford, the Oscar-winning director behind Ray, the film follows Detective Joe Mulray, probably a throwback or a nod to the Mulrays from Chinatown, played by Morgan Freeman, and partner William Keyes. Dude, come on. Morgan Freeman and Danny DeVito. I want to see that series of films. And partner William Keyes as they investigate a high-end luxury retirement community after the mysterious deaths of two of its residents. What starts out as a normal case quickly turns strange as the detective duo uncover a hidden underworld of sex, drugs, and murder controlled by a senior living community kingpin, Harvey Stride, played by Al Pacino, and his femme fatale enforcer, the Spider, played by Helen Mirren. Bruh.
his femme fatale enforcer.
I mean, I read about this movie. I listened to, how Taylor Hackford talked about how when he wanted to get Al Pacino to play the devil in Devil's Advocate, they had to go back to him a number of times. He's like, I don't know. And they had to rewrite the part. And he explained how he also had to go back to Al to do this movie. And they had to rewrite it, make it better, beef up the parts. I got to tell you, this movie, I can't wait. This is right up my alley. I love this idea. Morgan Freeman and Danny DeVito as cops, investigators, detectives. Come on, dude. Come on. I mean, I'm like, why have we been deprived of this duo? That should have been a franchise that had been going for the last 40 years. This could have been their last hurrah. That would have been hilarious. I mean, I think this sounds great. I can't wait for it. Bring it on. What do you think?
You know what it reminds me of when I read the synopsis for this? Do you remember that Bruce Campbell, Paul Giamatti film, Bubba Hotep?
Oh, yeah. Directed by Don Coscarelli, who made Phantasm.
So for those of you who've never seen Bubba Hotep, the basic premise of Bubba Hotep is that Elvis Presley never actually died. He had a body double, identical looking doppelganger who stood in for him so he could get away from the public eye from time to time. And that was the guy that died. But meanwhile, he's still alive. And now he's really old and living in a retirement center. And an ancient mummy is stalking and killing members of this old community center. And only Elvis Presley, played by Bruce Campbell, can save the residents of this retirement home from this ancient mummified evil. If you haven't seen Bubba Hotep, go check it out. So when I was reading about this, it gave me a little bit of reminiscence of that, if you will. Look, this also gives me a little bit of a feeling of Las Vegas that also had Morgan Freeman, Kevin Kline, Robert De Niro. Who was the fourth? Michael Douglas, and Michael Douglas in that. I love that too. To get these guys together, to get this cast together, Al Pacino, Helen Mirren, first of all, Danny DeVito and Pacino or Freeman as cops. First of all, why are they not retired? How are they out investigating these murders? Look, I know this isn't the action smash 'em up kind of sounding film that we normally get very excited about, but I don't care. You tell me where this movie is opening and when, and I am effing there. I am totally there opening day. I don't care wherever it is. This sounds great to me. I just I was already into it. And then you get to the end of that synopsis the femme fatale enforcer played by Helen Mirren. I'm like, okay, so this
Come on.
retirement home has its own underground, like its own dark underground that's like run by this cartel of certain seniors over other seniors. Whatever. I think this sounds great. I'm all on board for it. The question is for you guys. What do you think about the sound of Sniff? Look, maybe it just doesn't sound like something that's up your alley. That's totally fine too. Or maybe you're like us and this sounds really exciting. I don't know. Whatever you guys think about it, jump on down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there.